Hello students, I am Dr. Tanmoy Biswas. I welcome you all in my channel Chemistry, the Mystery of Molecules. I hope you all are fine. So today we are going to discuss a multiple choice question, and such question is interesting for exams like BSMS, IIT JAM, CSIR, NET, GATE, etc. Masters or bachelor degree in chemistry equivalent exam. As first I request you, please read the question carefully. See, this is the question and four options are provided in front of you. So among these four options, one is the right answer. So I request you, please read the question carefully, pause the video and try by yourself. Please start. I believe you have tried by yourself. So now it's my turn to explain what is the right answer to you. So as usual, right now I will not give you the answer. I will come stepwise, and at the end I shall explain how to find out the right answer of this question. See what I have asked. Three-step reactions given, and I asked what is the final product. Okay, better to say the final major product. So you need to understand the reagents carefully. First of all, look at this thing. This is actually a imidazolium ring. Okay, so this is the imidazolium. I am not going to the substituents. Sorry. This. See, why plus? Because nitrogen is X, means nitrogen is having fourth, it is bonded 4 with 4, means 3 sigma and pi. Now, and it is a chloride salt. Okay, it's a quaternary nitrogen type, you may consider. And this is KHMDS in anhydrous ether. What is this KHMDS? KHMDS, it's a very strong base. What do I mean? Actually, it's a nitrogen anion, hexamethyl silyl amide, and K means potassium. Okay, so this is. Now, this is a very strong base. First of all, we know. Second thing, this is a very bulky. So this is nothing but actually specific proton abstracting agent. Means it is a base, purely base, because we have discussed previously, basicity is always associated with nucleophilicity and vice versa. So what do we mean by the statement that changing the reaction condition, one base may act as a nucleophile or one nucleophile can act as a base? But in this case, this is not possible because of these two groups. So this is nothing but steric protection, you may consider. So this is providing a steric protection to these molecules such that it will act selectively as base, not as nucleophile. So what will happen? What can happen in this case? See, there is one type of hydrogen, there is one type of hydrogen, and hydrogen in this ring. But see, remember, the hydrogens of this ring means CH, simple sp3H, they are not that much acidic. As a logic, you may can remember that butyl lithium is one of the very strongest base. Why? Because sp3 carbon. Okay, compared to that, if you see this vinyl lithium, this is slightly more, or phenyl lithium is weaker than butyl lithium, and that's why they prepared from them. So from this, what we can understand that sp3CH is less acidic compared to sp2CH. Consequently, so this part will not be attacked. It will remain untouched. So what option can happen? That this proton either or this proton could be abstracted by the base. Now question, which one is more acidic? Because the more acidic one will be abstracted. See, this proton, this carbon is in between the two electronegative nitrogen. Okay, whereas this proton is in between one carbon and one nitrogen. So obviously, because of the electronegativity of nitrogen, this carbon will have slight deficiency of electron, slightly more deficiency of electron compared to this. Fine. So this carbon will be more polar. So sorry. So what happens? This proton is expected to be abstracted. Got it? So this proton will be abstracted. Why? Because this carbon is in between the two nitrogen, so more electron deficient. That's why the polarity of this hydrogen is expected to be more compared to this carbon hydrogen. And this is also named as normal. and this is named as abnormal. There is no that kind of normal abnormal thing. These are just nomenclature. Means this position is normal position, and in this case what this resulted, this chemistry resulted, see, this proton abstraction resulted a very unique synthetic intermediate named as carbene. This. So I am not going to a substitution. Carbene means this is a pair of electrons. Just student try to understand it little carefully. Okay. So this is carbene. And by the way, after abstraction, you can write it in this way, negative, positive, or you can write in this way also. You can think that this is nitrogen, this. Okay, it's a neutral species. Now, carbene means previously you people have already heard a synthetic intermediate like this CH2CH2 dot, or there are some diff substituent. So either it's singlet or triplet depending upon the nature of this. If there are two hydrogen, this is triplet. But instead of hydrogen, if you have two OMe, this is singlet, because the vacant p orbital generated here. If it is triplet, then the lone pair is in, this is in sp2 hybridized orbital. So this is vacant and that is in conjugation with the two lone pair of two oxygen. Means one time with this, another time with this carbon lone pair and this oxygen lone pair. Fine. So that's why this is singlet. So this is the interesting point. You must remember that that's why this is actually a singlet carbene. So why this is also named as N-heterocyclic carbene or NHC. Sorry, NHC, and this is called normal heterocyclic carbene. That's why NHC. So from this study, what we understood? See, first of all, this is singlet. So this is actually singlet carbene. Now question. Fine, we understood it's a singlet carbene, and from this canonical form you can clearly understand that negative charge density is significant over the carbon. And by the way student, please be little careful that if you just this OMe thing what I have described, similar thing is applicable here also, because the vacant p orbital is here, could in conjugation with the field of nitrogen. Two things possible. So same type kind of stabilization possible in this case also. Okay, so that's why this carbene is not electron deficient actually. This is actually electron rich. Generally carbenes are 6 electron species, that's true, but because of this conjugation it became nucleophilic. Okay, so it became nucleophilic. So it reacts with an electrophile named as carbon dioxide. Why I am showing? Because this given, and in case of CO2 you may consider this molecule as a 2-carbonyl, because just compare. This is 1 carbonyl, we know that nucleophile react with this, and such kind of thing also you have observed in case of benzoin condensation, that carbene from thymine pyrophosphate TPP attacks carbonyl group, and that's why benzoin condensation occurs, inversion of polarity or umpolong. Similarly, it can attack here. So it attacks and it opens. So what it results ultimately? Ultimately it results, see, it was a positive charge, it was a negative charge. This negative charge is attacking here. So we can expect that this carbon became neutral. And after this one oxygen minus. This is. Okay. So this is the actually product. You may consider this as a carbene carbon dioxide adduct. Carbene CO2 adduct. Okay, this is the answer of our question. Now from this which one is given? This is. So from this study we got our answer. Now question, if such kind of question appears in your exam within 30 seconds, how can you solve such question? So for that purpose you need to understand few things. First of all, you need to understand which bond is more acidic. this is more acidic, and here reagent is given KHMDS. So selective proton abstraction will occur, acid base reaction. So this will abstracted, and this imidazolium based salt. So actually this is a imidazolium salt. So imidazolium salt will result carbene, and this will result singlet, and this singlet carbene, and this is actually nucleophilic in nature. Since this reagent is nucleophilic, and remember such kind of things are reactive intermediate. Such carbene is actually reactive intermediate. So reactive intermediate, so it will react with carbon dioxide and produce this adduct. Fine. If you don't know that much also, how can you go by using logical approach? First of all, KHMDS will produce carbene, that's fine. And KHMDS cannot act as a nucleophile, so isopropyl removal not possible. So gone. Option left 2. So where carbon dioxide can get attached, either means you have to generate a nucleophile, then CO2 will form adduct, and generation of nucleophile means here proton abstraction and here proton abstraction. Which is easier? Obviously this is easier because in between two nitrogen electronegative atom, here one carbon, one nitrogen. So consequently this is favorable. That is the answer. Based on your common sense, you can also find out the answer if you do not have enough knowledge also. Okay, so this is the end of this discussion. I believe this video may be useful for you. If it is, please write in the comment box, and most importantly, please subscribe my channel, press the bell icon to get the notification of every single video, and share this among your friends so that they can also enjoy the benefit. And most importantly, if you think this is suitable, please press the like button. And thank you again. And an important announcement, if you people really can support me, please do support in Patreon, because your support is essential for me to remain encouraged and upload such kind of video for you on a regular basis.